Hi, this is Scott from Scott Shop Media and the Mountain Dispatch. Today is Monday, February 8th, and this is what is happening on the mountain. Just a couple of CalTrans projects to talk to you about. 3 daytime projects, 1 overnight project. 2 of those projects are going to be closures of some sort through the Narrows. It'll be a complete closure on the 18, and the 330 you'll be down just to 1 lane for work going on this week. And then we have no hazardous weather forecasted. We might have a chance of some rain showers at lower elevations, maybe some light snow flurries in higher elevations Thursday night, Friday, maybe even into Saturday. But no significant rainfall or snowfall is forecasted yet. We continue to be in a low fire risk across the mountain. You might have seen some smoke over the weekend, especially in the Big Bear Valley. Forest Service is using this time of optimal weather to do some pile burning. There were 11 crimes reported on the mountain over the weekend, and the county's been slow to report cases. They're lagging behind a day or two. So our latest update is from Saturday, where we had 9 new COVID cases reported on the mountain. Brings us to about 240 active cases, and unfortunately last week there were 8 deaths reported on the mountain, 2 in Big Bear City, 2 Big Bear Lake, 2 in Lake Arrowhead, 1 in Blue Jay, and 1 in Crestline. So if you got a few minutes to stick around, I'll go into greater details, including our traffic update. Traffic's looking decent this morning. You will be down to 1 lane on State Route 330 from City Creek Bridge up to Dollar Curve. That's between the middle and lower passing lanes there for some shoulder work until 3 o'clock today. That should be going on today and tomorrow. Also, over here in 18, they don't have the signs up yet, but from 138 to Crest Forest Drive, you'll have a complete closure. You'll have to use a detour as CalTrans does some pavement repair this week. Also over here on the 38, the emergency work, that long term since the El Dorado fire, can continue today until about 6 this evening between Old Mill and Jenks Lake. So there'll either be a pilot car or lane control depending upon the extent of the work they're going to do today. So watch out for that. And lastly, overnight tonight, there's the ongoing long-term construction project going on the 210. And so depending on where they're at, you may lose an interchange to the 330 overnight. So weather is going to look pretty decent for most this week, mostly sunny skies, pretty thick fog reported down the hill. So whether that blows over onto the mountain or not, we'll have to wait and see. But later on this week, Thursday night and through Friday, maybe even lingering into Saturday, there may be some light showers. Pretty high elevation right now, so it's not a super cold storm. It's not a very powerful storm. So even if it does make it here, we're not expecting too much precipitation. But as we get a little bit closer, we should have some better ideas of that snow level and how much to expect. So we'll definitely keep you updated on that. No hazardous weather on the mountain. We do see some elevated winds on Friday as the storm blows in Friday morning, and Sunday afternoon as the storm blows out, but they're not super strong. Gusts maybe up into the 20s. Until then, we just have some light winds forecasted for the weekend. Maybe some light rain and lower elevations. No winter storm warning is expected at this time. Not a lot to report on fires other than you may have seen some smoke in the Big Bear Valley over the weekend. Forest Service was doing some pile burning. I'm not 100% sure if that is going to continue today or not. I haven't gotten an update from them, but we'll do a separate post if the Forest Service is doing any winter fire activities on the mountain top today. We will remain at a low risk for new fire starts and new fire spread for the next 7 days or so on the mountain. And that's pretty typical, even though we have some snow. It is melting at lower elevations and the vegetation is drying out a little bit. And so until we get some more moisture on the ground will probably remain at a low fire risk, at least for the next month or so. Forest Service has the forest floor at a moderate fire danger, so there's still some restrictions in place as far as outdoor fires go on the mountain. And then our long-term forecast looks to be about average for the next 4 months. We had 11 crimes reported on the mountain over the weekend, 5 on the rim side, 6 on the Bear Valley side. I'll go ahead and post this, so if you saw some police activity in your neighborhood over the weekend, you can look here and see what might have been going on. So same over here in the Bear Valley area, mostly in Big Bear Lake area and over here in Moon Ridge. COVID-19, the county has not been updating their website this over the weekend, and I haven't got new stats for today. So our latest numbers are for Saturday, where on Saturday we reported 9 new cases and 1 new death. That brings us to 8 new deaths reported on the mountain due to COVID-19 last week. So almost 50% of our year-to-date deaths occurred in the last 7 days. But on the good news is 9 is a lot better number than we've seen. In fact, most communities have only reported just a couple of cases, and a lot of communities reported nothing on Saturday. We're still under widespread risk throughout most of the mountain. We'll have to get most of these numbers down to 0 for 14 days in order to get this widespread risk, this purple tier here, to drop down to a lower tier, which hopefully will drop down to the lowest, which is minimum. This is using the state's 4-tier risk assessment system, which is a 7-day average, trailing 7 days. So on the average, the mountain, both the Bear Valley side and the rim side, are under widespread risk. You can see year to date or event to date, about 5.25% of the entire mountain population has tested positive for COVID. But using just our daily rates, so this is from Saturday. Saturday we had 9 cases. 9 divided by 0.5 or 50,000 gives us a rate of 18 cases per 100,000 using the state's system. So again, this needs to drop below a 7 before we can get into the red tier, and then it needs to drop below a 4 in order to get to orange tier, and below a 1 to get to the yellow tier. And the lower we get, the more restrictions are lifted. But you can see 9 cases reported on the mountain on Saturday, only 519 cases reported in the county, almost 10,000 in the state and 90,000 in the country. That brings most of our numbers down below 30, which has been a long time since we've seen numbers this low. So we're making good efforts. We just have some more work to do. Go get your vaccinations. Again, this is Scott from the Mountain Dispatch and Scott Shot Media. Please feel free to follow along, like our social media pages, go to our new website, which has not only all of our social media postings there, but also has articles related to the type of subjects that we discuss on our daily briefings here. So fire, traffic, weather, COVID-19, earthquakes, power outages, anything like that. If you would like to be notified, you could sign up on our website or follow along on Facebook at What is Happening on the Mountain, or any of our social media channels, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope at Scott Shot Media. You have a great day.